Greetings folks, another little video here for you. Now, if you remember, I was discussing the score and the movies, the Omen, and having a right old time with too, with stormy orchestral bombast, and got some more good stuff for you now. Now, I'm actually going to bypass the second Omen movie, Damien, Omen 2. I love the film, I love the soundtrack, and I love the entire trilogy. But when I come to play the music to these movies, I tend to always play the original Omen and the third part, the concluding part of the trilogy, the final conflict. I don't know why. I do love the music to part 2, but I'm more drawn to the first and the third, the book-ending sections of this epic demonic saga. Now, once again, the awesome maestro himself, Jerry Goldsmith, composes for the entire trilogy. And he'd always said he wanted to compose an opera, and this is the closest he ever got to doing it. Although the music you heard from The Omen, and certainly what carried on The Omen 2, is massively outrageous, over the top, demonic, chanting, church, full orchestral might and fury to depict the battle between good and evil, darkness and light. And it reaches a culmination in the third part, where he gets to achieve this almost operatic grandeur and style. And the final conflict has some terrific cues in it. I'm going to focus on one, but to understand how that one really works, I'm going to play you the opening main title, because that main title and the full, rich, huge main theme plays a huge part throughout the rest of the score, because it will just keep on coming in and it'll play in various incarnations. And let's hope a demonic storm does not hit me again today like it did the other bloody day, because I was saying too much about the Antichrist. I was warning the world that he was here. And he wears a kilt. No. That's not true. That's not true. I'm a good guy. Really. Aye? So, right, here's a blast of the main theme. Now, our scene set, obviously. Omen 3, the final conflict. Damien, the Antichrist, has now grown into a man. He now looks just like the guy who studies dinosaurs in Jurassic Park. Because, yes, he's played by a much younger Sam Neill, with demonic charisma, because you do like the guy. And that's, a clever little bit of manipulation there. And unlike in the first movie, where you followed the people around Damien, because Damien was just a kid, it was their struggle. You followed Damien, you focused mainly on Damien this time around. But you've got this other element creeping in, which is the second coming of Christ. Now, I'm not a religious guy, and yet I love these movies, and the stories that they tell. I love The Exorcist, and again, I'm not religious, but the stories actually affect me and do speak to me in other ways. And I was never happy with the fact that Christ is coming back, or the Nazarene, as they call him. Destroy the Nazarene, as Damien keeps ordering his disciples to go out and do. King Herod style, they've got to kill because they know when he's going to be born, so they've got to kill this child. On all the male babies that were born on this day at this particular time, they've got to slay them, because the Nazarene is one of them. And Damien knows if the Nazarene does come back and get power, then he's going to perish. So he has to slay him. And I was never happy with that. When I was a kid, I thought, Christ. Not Christ coming back. That's a cop-out, isn't it? But logically, how else are you going to do it? It has to be that way. You're talking about the eternal struggle between devil, Satan, and God, and their offspring, the son of God, Christ, and the Antichrist. Well, it only makes sense. It's got to be done, and it isn't done in a ham-fisted manner. But anyway, it is what it is. But alongside the return of Christ, you've also got these assassin monks. The only thing that can kill Damien's earthly body are the daggers of Megiddo, and they've played a part in all the movies, and no one who's wielded them has ever done the job properly. So now it falls upon these monks to do it. they've all got a dagger each, you know, and they pledge their lives to, you know, liquidating Damien, his earthly form anyway. And these guys, they're not Jason Bourne, you know, these are the most inept, fucking, you know, clumsy, dumbass, you know, assassins you've ever come across. These guys fuck up on every single occasion. And it wouldn't take, you know, the Antichrist to get out of the little traps that they spring on him. They are really shite. But it does make for some entertaining kills, you know, because these guys always come a crop and end up getting fried, frazzled, locked away for eternity, stabbed to bits, chewed up by dogs, as we will discover in what I'm going to play for you today. But yeah, so let's get on with the main theme. This is the main title. Let's give a quick blast on this. Once again, a sort of ecclesiastical chanting comes in. What this score does, what Goldsmith does this time around, because there's hope, because there's a second coming, all the Gregorian style chanting, the Requiem Mass type effect is given an optimistic sort of slant. So you do get rays of hope, rays of light coming through. And that plays perfectly well alongside the deep, dark, demonic music as well. So it seeps in, you know, there's hope, there's light at the end of the tunnel. So that's enough of that. That's enough of that. That's the main theme. It may as well be Damien's theme as well, because that pretty much serenades him each time, you know, you see him doing something dastardly, and you know it's interwoven throughout the score as a whole. Great stuff. Now, the track in question I really want to play, which I want to focus on, is called The Hunt. Now, some of these monks have been slain already; they've fallen foul, and two of them have this fantastic idea that Damien's going on you know, the quaint old English tradition of fox hunting. By the way, I hate people that go fox hunting with a vengeance. I believe that they should be hunted down themselves. Blood sports don't sit well with Kilt-Man at all. To me, you ain't human and you deserve to die if you indulge in that kind of atrocity. Hunting for survival, hunting if you pay respect to the animal you've hunted, you use its furs, you eat its meat, it keeps you and your family alive, fine. That's the nature of things. That literally is nature. But blood sports themselves, no. Now, I don't mind people fighting each other because they both got a choice and they both decide to do it. Hey, that's fine. But you go and hunt defenseless animals. Well, fuck you. Fuck you. And if I find you, you're fucked. Anyway, a little political and personal aside there. I hate this sequence because of the fox hunting element, but I love the sequence because of the colour, the action, the spectacle, the music, and the horror of what happens. And it's an exciting episode. It's a set piece which is just, it's the grandest moment in a film of very grand, operatic, big moments. So what it is, Damien joins the hunt. He's on the fastest horse. Off they go. Interestingly, Goldsmith will play on that famous hunting horn call a lot throughout this track. You'll hear variations of it, and but the monks have got this little plan. They're going to try and separate Damien from the rest of the hunters. They're going to kill the fox they're hunting, release a new fox so that the rest of the hunting party chase that fox, while he leads Damien on a merry goose chase, a wild goose chase with this other fox, this dead one, leaving this scent trail. and they're going to trap him on a viaduct. You know, a very, you know, it's a fantastic image, this viaduct spanning this gorge, beautiful English countryside, and Damien gets trapped on this bridge. Of course, you know, Damien's no fool, and these idiots, you know, they shut the gate at one end as Damien's in the middle with the dogs who've presumably caught the fox. Shut one gate, Damien turns around and he sees this guy. At the other end, there's a Land Rover parked across the exit. The guy slams the door, so Damien now knows he's trapped. These two guys, one's on a horse, draw their daggers and begin to advance on Damien. Damien puts the hypno eye on the horse. The horse goes crazy, throws the rider over the edge. Ooh, it's a great big stunt dive as well, right into the air, the little rocky stream far below. Crunch. The other guy, it's a great shot actually. The other guy sees this, but he still advances on him with his clutching his dagger. This mad, you know, assassin monk, and he ain't no born. And at the next shot, you see Damien's just stood there, and the dogs are all in front of him, looking at this guy. The dogs are totally silent, totally still, staring at this guy. Unnerving. Damien just goes, "Take him." He runs as the dogs chow down. There's a great shot as well of Damien, Sam Neill, as he watches the dogs tear this guy to pieces. His head does that little, the Michael Myers head tilt. You know, looks great. You know, it's just like, ha ha ha, I got you. Ooh, does that hurt? And it's a great sequence. You know, I say my emotive feelings on the subject matter there, notwithstanding, it's a great set piece in the movie. So let's play The Hunt. And what you're going to find as my camera slowly begins to droop and fall off its mount, it's the demons again. The demons are working on my recordings, aren't they? But it's all in fun. So that's going to fall off, I know it is. Probably land in my cup of tea as well. Anyway, bravo. Let's play The Hunt. It's been written that this is one of the most descriptive, illustrative pieces of equestrian music ever written. What they mean by that is it totally encapsulates the feeling of riding on a horse at speed over hills and down dales and valleys and stuff. And my God, it's so evocative of that energy and that speed and that grace, you know. Listen. I'll get this sorted one day. Play. I called the monks clumsy. Bells. Sort of early morning light frost dew on the grass. Sweeping over the hills, dogs charging. It's the main theme, Damien. It's Roxy. Hello. Hello, gal. Roxy? A cameo appearance. Goldsmith's take on the horn call. using its body to decoy the rest of the hunting party. Could go off that way. Damien's chasing the wrong fox, which they've just released. Get him onto that viaduct. Giddy up. Roxy sneezed. Again. Alright. Maybe she can smell a fox. Or the Antichrist. Shush. Better. What? Shush! Come here! The fates are against me to make a proper professional recording. I will persevere. Gonna steal the show, hasn't she? That was it. That was. I hope you got the gist of that track. The energy, you know, the power, the riding, the exhilaration of the chase. There's a sense of spirited old English tradition in there as well. You know, he does exceptionally well at creating and evoking all this atmospherics. Goldsmith was just a genius, an absolute genius. And his work on the Omen films, you know, he worked on several trilogies, and he did the Rambo movies as well. So once again, a huge swing shift there from like demonic chanting and, you know, suspense, high opera, to you know, gung ho, machine gun toting, doesn't matter, crossbow, bow and arrow, and big knife and muscles and killing all the bad guys. You know, and he's a master of all that as well. He can do all that. You know, he can create the music for it all, I should say. Well, this has been a rather ridiculous, gangly sort of video. The reason for that is also twofold, because A, you know, the dog interrupted the cameras playing silly buggers, and 2, I'm a little bit nervous because I've got to go and have blood tests in the next hour or so after this recording. And Kilt-Man, maybe, you know, buff, strong, resilient, but needles. You know, if you did it with a fucking sword or a knife, you know, come on, yeah, whatever. Just a dagger of Megiddo, even. Oh yeah. But you know, it's just that. I'm having to like lie there, metal in the skin. My legs start going as well. It's not good. It's not good. So not looking forward to that. And now, of course, I've evoked the Antichrist all over again. So what the hell can go wrong there, hey? Hopefully, not much. Hopefully, I'm protected. You hear me? Whoever's up there or down there, who knows? Right. This wasn't quite the video I expected to do, because once again, you know, the fates stepped in and went, hey, it's a curveball. Get out of that one. And that devilish little leprechaun that sits in the back of my mouth and puts the words out, you know, he's... I open my mouth and I haven't got a clue what's coming out half the time. You know, but hey, ain't that the mystery and fun of it all? This thing is just a big learning curve, even for me. Yeah. So anyway, there you go. I might discuss Damien Omen 2 at some point. I might not. But I've got some other videos coming your way. This one's been a bit of a mess, but bear with me. Until next time, when I've got a big plaster on my arm going, one arm's completely shrunken because all the blood's come out of it. Keep it Celtic. See you later.